What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Thomas Take Sports Podcast, live on Spreaker.com and YouTube.com on the Thomas Take Sports Podcast YouTube channel. You are listening to the host, Ryan Thomas of the Thomas Take and of the Rochester Sports Network, the RSN Rock Sports Network. Go to rocksportsnetwork.com. The top left corner has a picture there. You recognize some of the faces. Sean McDermott, Marcel Darius, LaShawn McCoy, Kyle Williams, some of the faces of the Buffalo Bills. Actually, I believe, McDermott, Williams, Tyrod, and McCoy. Darius is on the inside of the cover. My bad. But it is the cover to a new Buffalo Bills magazine called The Huddle. And it's a digital magazine, rocksportsnetwork.com. Very thankful that I get to be a part of it. With a great group of guys, great group of writers, a great team, the Huddle team. I want to send a shout-out to those guys and thank them for letting me be a part of this. I'm very excited for the future, very excited for this football season. Regardless of the outcome, just the fact that I get to cover it and be a part of it in this way, it's really, really remarkable. So thank you guys. And for those of you that haven't checked out the magazine, check it out, rocksportsnetwork.com. Click the top left. You'll see the Huddle square, the cover. Click it. It'll upload the magazine and just read away and enjoy. There is position battle breakdowns in the magazine. There is articles about past players, schedule predictions, roster projections. Very interesting stuff. And I enjoyed reading it to see what the other writers had to say, and obviously I read what I wrote as well, even though I know what I wrote. It was just pretty interesting to see that picture, my name, my Twitter handle, my article. Really awesome. So I want to thank those guys, and I wanted to plug that at the beginning of today's show and let you guys know that it is an awesome magazine. The majority of my following, being that I'm from Buffalo, New York, from a little town called Lockport, New York, wanted all my followers to check that out for sure. So let's move on. The aftermath of UFC 214 that took place last night at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. The fight that I referred to as the second coming of the 4th of July this year. Robbie Lawler and Donald Cerrone took place last night, and to be honest, it was a good fight, decent fight, not the fight that I envisioned. But the human body only has so many Rory McDonald brawls, even if you're Robbie Lawler. And Robbie Lawler took a well-documented break. Donald Cerrone took a well-documented break. Two fighters that have been in real wars inside the cage. Two fighters that have really epitomized what it means to go to war inside the octagon the last 10, 15 years. And it was great to see them locking horns inside the cage. It was surreal. Fight that I never thought I'd see, with Lawler being a middleweight, welterweight, and Cerrone being a lightweight for the majority of his career. And to be honest, I was a little shocked that Lawler came out as heavy as he did. Pushing forward as heavy as he was. And to be honest, I think that was to his detriment. Because it seemed like Cerrone was like, okay, well, I weathered the storm. The storm just came. I got past it. So let me work on my game. Let me do what I do best. Kick from a distance, throw crazy combos. Fluid as he has ever been is Donald Cerrone. He has been really a revolution in the welterweight division. A revolutionary fighter in the welterweight division, I should say. But the judging, the judging in the sport of MMA is so bad that I don't even know what to say about it anymore. I can't even name the amount of fights. I can't even name who versus who. I can't even do it anymore. I'm exhausted with it. The fight was close. It was close. But when the fights are close, it's the judge's job to get them right. And Cerrone outstruck Lawler 2 out of the 3 rounds. I thought that was enough. I thought Lawler was going to come out of the 3rd round, start of the 3rd round, guns blazing, and Cerrone would be in trouble. And he survived. And in my mind, if Cerrone survived that 3rd round and landed his own shots, he won the fight, which he did. But he did not win the fight, according to the 3 judges scoring the bout. So, Dana White's stating that Robbie Lawler could fight Tyron Woodley again. Donald Cerrone's like, yeah, whatever. I thought I won, but, it is what it is. And Cerrone has been a victim and a beneficiary of odd decisions. Both of his fights with Benson Henderson, most people thought Benson Henderson won. The Eddie Alvarez fight, there's been quite a few. This one, he was on the losing end of that. So it happens. It's a part of the fight game. It's why you never leave it in the hands of the judges. But I thought the fight was between 2 fighters that had been to war several times throughout their careers, and they realized, hey, if we go to war together, we're done. One of us is going to get seriously hurt. So let's just go with the game plan, try to beat each other, and go from there. Lawler wanted to get him out of there quickly. Cerrone wanted to win a decision. He fought as if he wanted to win a decision. There were moments in the fight I thought he could have maybe followed up with some of his punches or kicks and land more on Lawler, and it just didn't seem to be the case. Lawler looked very tentative. Could that be because of the ring rust that he might have had due to the fact that he was out for a year? Who knows? But I do know that both fighters are 2 of my favorite MMA fighters of all time. I thoroughly enjoyed watching them fight. Gave me goosebumps leading up to the fight. Coming off that quick knockout by Oezdemir versus Jimmy Manawa. It was like, oh, crap. Lawler and Cerrone, here we go. And they went after it. They did go after it. But I thought there were moments where both fighters could have essentially knocked one another out. Lawler in the 1st round, Cerrone, later on. In the 3rd round especially. So, only time will tell what's next, but I would assume that Lawler will get the next title shot. He'll get another shot at Woodley. And I assume that Cerrone will fight someone that will excite the fans, as he always has. But overall, I thought the judging was kind of ridiculous for that Cerrone fight. I love Robbie Lawler, but Cerrone was robbed. And that's my take on Lawler versus Cerrone. Tune in as I give my take on the possible return of current ESPN Monday Night Football color commentator John Gruden. We'll be right back.